And we should be live. Let me go ahead and check. Although we are having apparently some connection issues or something. We'll see how that goes if that is the case. Awesome. Okay, so I can tell that we are in fact live. Excellent. Alright, hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to the... Alright, let me know if you do guys, if there are buffering issues, because I expect there to be some, but anyways, let's go ahead and get in game proper and see how this goes. I know that there are some issues with regards to some of the cutscenes where you might have some audio errors because it's not completely perfect, but yeah. Anyway, well, yeah, we'll go ahead and start a new game, and
I have been known by
Ilya
many
says,
names.
let me try one more trick here, see if this helps. Alright, we seem to be having some improvement, or not, but it's not necessarily great. We'll see how this goes. Jackson says, greetings. Greetings, Jackson. So, we're going to be jumping back in, seeing how this works, and if we are going to be able to have any luck. Right now, we're trying to play Ring of the Legend of Nibelungen. The problem isn't the game itself. The problem is my internet connection. Alright. Hopefully, I have the issue reasonably fixed. We will see. It properly in-game. And can actually show you the first... Oh, we are buffering a little bit. That's unfortunate. I probably need to do something here. There. That should hopefully take care of that. So let me know if it's having too much issues. We can see about fixing that, if that is the case.
I have been known by many names. Messiah. Emperor. God. People say that I saved the world. But before I became a legend, I was a simple man. I fear that they will forget this.
James Knighton says, oh God, is this what Mandy Gaming talked about?
My quest
Yes.
would have been in vain.
Yes, it is.
And I would simply have managed to delay the inevitable.
I actually got it running better than Mandy did, believe it or
It has come
not.
to pass that I must tell you my story.
It's not completely perfect. Sometimes
This is not
the
the story of a
audio
god,
can bug out on some of the
soldier,
longer cutscenes,
or
but
a great hero.
I can actually even see the intro, which is something that Mandy couldn't when he tried this game out. Okay, it looks like we might get a good example of the audio bugging out. Maybe. Yep. So, in a lengthier cutscene, when this happens, the audio will bug out and you'll get muted, and it'll stick for a little bit, and then your audio will get muted. So, that is an actual issue in the game. But this is fixed by trying the... This is fixed by repeatedly trying the cutscene, because I guess, yeah, that's just how that works. Anyways, an issue to be noted, though, definitely. Jackson says, well, let's get some Novicat drugs to endure this. This is going to be amusing. I will say this. A lot of people have legitimately found one of the characters, the one we'll be seeing very early on, as legitimately compelling. That character being Alberic, and we'll be seeing why before too long, I'm sure. James Knighton says, "I'm Mando, I meant, but holy hell. Yes. I also got the sequel to run, and I'm thinking of doing a Retro Game Repairman on that specifically because why not? So yeah, like I said, the audio, when this happens, when you have a pause like that, the audio bugs out. Also, another thing I'm going to be having to cover on this video is the fact that this game got rated, well, in the US, it got a reasonable rating of T for teen, which I think is reasonable for a game like this. But the age rating in, say, the UK was ESPLA 3. This was back before the PEGI system came out. So, ESPLA 3 means that, according to the UK, this game was appropriate for ages 3 and up. I just want that thought to sink in for a moment. And as you can probably tell, yeah, I'm going to be... This is going to end up as an age rating fail video for a number of reasons. Okay, so it looks like we are still having some buffering issues here and there, which is unfortunate. Apparently this cutscene drags on for a while. Okay, it's just about ended. So now we can actually get into the game proper.
Drill?
Your Majesty.
Get to work.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I honestly don't know who this game
Not
was
like
made
that,
for.
Drill. Panoramic.
Ouch! Oh, sorry. I'm a bit rusty.
There-ish. I have returned eye and arm to you. Now you can set off. But do not worry. I shall escort you.
Alright, now let's get into the game. Now we can look around up here in the hub world of sorts, but there's no real point. I mean, it'll give us some character backstory. This is supposed to be based off of a play, which itself is inspired heavily by Norse and German mythology. Siege says, looks trippy. You have no idea. This is supposed to be based off of a Wagner opera. You know, that one that takes 3 days to sit through. Jackson says 2 hours later. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the first of 2 stories we'll be covering. The first is Alberic. Well, we'll be covering in this video anyways. Now, I'm going to need to swap out the CD, I think. We'll see. Oh, okay.
Your Majesty, my brother, I see you have returned. Now, the mine, the Nibelungen, well, it's not my fault. You see, they've all gone. You must do something. After all, you are the king. And this I told them. Yeah, they're all gone. Poof. But now you're here. Now everyone can get to work. Especially them. Ha! Look, glag and awe, a proof of my good faith.
Your good faith? My dear meme. Fear, repression. These are the words that are music to my ears. Faith.
Yes, he
be it
did in
good
fact
or
just
bad,
call him a
is
meme.
much like willpower, a mere matter of discipline. Now, what am I supposed to do with your ludicrous toys?
The carburetor. It's for the motorbike. It's one of the few things still working.
Alright. First of all, let's go ahead and ask him about this.
An ornament? Here in the foul, stinking half-dark of your forge? Oh, have you suddenly acquired a taste for beauty? You, a squat, moldy, and groveling toad in this palace of hags?
That is a pretty sick burn.
Well, it's just, well, I love my little lucky charm. You know, he's mine. I'm gonna keep it.
I have a feeling that this video is going to get content ID'd like crazy because the game does play Wagner music in the background, but, well, the channel's demonetized, so I don't really care that much, do I? So let's use brutality on this guy.
Oh, don't get so angry. You're the king. Take your piece of glass.
But we can still punch him some more.
Ow! Why are you hitting me?
Because it pleases me, you worthless prince of slime.
I love the fact that this game got rated ESPLA 3 in the UK for ages 3 and
Tell
up.
me, oh shadow of a brother, what is this wonder you wish to conceal from me?
Oh, it's nothing really. But, in fact, it produces scorching heat and clouds of smoke upon contact with water, like psh, it's a tear of the fire spirit log. The only one he ever said on the day Wotan made him take on human form, or something like that.
A farewell to freedom, the only pearl of sadness that Loga ever allowed to fall from his godly eyes. Pathetic. Wotan can keep his spirit. The tear is all I need. For now.
Alright, we got that. There is one more thing, but I might as well wait. Punch him again? Sure. I will punch him again, Jackson.
Ow! Why are you hitting me?
Because it pleases me, you worthless prince of slime.
I know he has a few other insults as well, but we'll hold off on those, so...
Tell me, this little jar here, what does it contain?
It's magic frogs from the Rhine. It's for the diving helmet. If that makes you happy.
Now, we got our little motorcycle on rails here. You can see the rails there. But we need glug for it. And minerals for glug, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if I remember correctly, we can, and might as well, just for the sake of it, go up this way eventually, over here. However, for the time being, we will have to go around this. Jackson says we put the Desgrove worker cast in line. Alright.
Yes?
'Tis I, Alberich, your king.
Oh,
Why don't you come on up and see me? We have much need to talk a while with you.
of course, sir. I'll get into the lift and you can bring me up.
Alright. Whoops!
Yes?
'Tis I, Alberich, your king.
Oh,
Why don't you come on up and see me? We have much need to talk a while with you.
of course, sir. I'll get into the lift and you can bring me up. Well, your majesty has returned. Your kingdom has been rather quiet of late. In case our well-being is of interest to you, know that we have begun our own mining program. The initial results are extremely promising.
On behalf of my royal self, my entire kingdom, I cannot thank you enough.
Yes, it is wonderful, isn't it? And it just goes to show that work organized on ideals of fairness and mutual effort would appear to be just as productive as your, how can I say this, more kingly methods.
I want you to work for me again.
You do? Oh, I am honored. However, I do foresee two problems. Firstly, nothing in your kingdom works anymore. And secondly, I don't see how it would benefit us. In short, what I mean to say is, let's be honest, not a chance.
I think you're going to change your mind.
Alright, Glug, you get more minerals. Now this is going to take us this way, so we now have to go back around through this again. However, we can just swing around this here and get into where we need to be. Siege says, use the kingly methods. Oh, we shall. We shall become the ultimate king. Alright, so I think we need to activate this thing. And we need that little piece of glass that we got from from Meme. Forget which order it is. No, okay, so I might as well go ahead and read these.
When the pleasures of youth faded away, Wotan began to wish for power.
Okay.
His boldness demanded might. His ambition demanded world domination. He wanted to become God of Gods.
Jackson says the engine gremlin thing has me cringing.
On the wooden lance, he carved the runes of loyal treaties. At the foot of the world ash tree wove the first Norn. Her song illustrated the sacred meaning, and a source sprang from its cool shadow. Wotan drank all knowledge from these murmuring waters, but an eye was his eternal tribute for such daring. His ancient rivals, giants
As you can probably
and
tell,
dwarves,
Wotan
were
is
forced
just
into the alliance.
German for Odin. so-
Wotan, who became God of Gods, then ruled over the world. The enlightened Wotan then snapped a branch from the world ash tree and carved a lance from the sacred trunk.
Ah, I see. I see, okay. Thought that was it. Yeah, that is it. Cool. Alright. Now it's not working properly, so we take the tech support approach. Now, we can... Okay, so we do have the map here. I'm going to save. Now, the way to do this is you hit... There we go. F12. Oh. Okay. So apparently... Okay, so I might as well save this here as... That should basically be an autosave, essentially, or... Now that I've gotten that down... So I shouldn't have to worry about dying. Or that's to say that I shouldn't have to go. Or if I do die, I don't have to worry about it too much because I can just go back and here we go. So yeah, there are a few death cutscenes in this game, and I figured I might as well show a few of them because they are, well... The track ended and you crashed in the door of the egg room. Yeah, so apparently the version Mandalore had doesn't really show it that way. So there we go. Like I said, I'm using the CD, an actual proper CD. Ooh, better not actually do that again. So what we need to do, of course, is open this up. And now we are good. Jackson says, nothing like bonking $1 billion of equipment. Yeah. Alright, now we have a little puzzle to figure out here, but it's not too difficult, if I remember correctly. Just need to get to the... There we are. Boom. So yeah, this was a fairly simple puzzle, so... We'll be needing that, otherwise we will die. And I think that's everything we need from in here. Now, all we have to do is go to the Rhine portion of the game itself to complete this chapter, more or less. I mean, there is one extra little step, but it's not a big deal, so... Alright, back to Glug. For whatever reason, Glug reminds me a little bit of the Tasmanian Devil. At least the noises he makes does. Alright, now, made it into here. Oh, by the way, this game, the setting for this game is the grim darkness of the far future of the 40th century. Not 40th millennia, 40th century. They're totally not ripping off someone else, in other words. just in case you might have had reason to believe that they might have been. Alright, I need to get the CD out because we are going to have to switch out discs. You need to put on the diving helmet or else you will die. Disc 3, okay. Are we enlightened yet, ladies and gentlemen? Alright. Disc 3 inserted.
My sisters, listen. An ode to the Rhine, and one for Wotan.
Again, this game is rated ESPLA 3 for ages 3 and up.
Delightful mission, frolicking all day long in the ever-changing waters, and guarding a sacred treasure, a sunken star, which reveals the radiant spectacle of its 1,000 rays to us alone. I find you much too flippant. Although the gold lies sleeping for now, it is a rare prize, and Wotan had good reason to command us to guard it.
Alright.
Have you forgotten? Whoever possesses the gold and forms it into a ring shall have absolute power, and all the world's riches shall be there. Your fears are unfounded. Only he who renounces love can perform the miracle of forging the ring. So, come play with us, and worry not. All living things want to love.
Jackson says, how many discs do you need to play this? Well, it depends on the version. So, the original version was a 6-disc version, although that, I believe, was over in Europe. The version I've got is the North American version, the CD version, which is a 4-disc version. And then there is a DVD version, which is a single DVD.
Hello, gentle lord. Come closer. The sight of you sets my eyes ablaze. My lips quiver, and it is my fancy to introduce you to the games of the River Rhine.
We're going to patrol you.
Poor little fish. You think I find your advances irresistible? No. Go instead and sing your desires to the salmon and the trout.
Someone needs to make Alberic into a Giga Chad. Just Photoshop him in somehow. Make the edit.
Leave my sister to her childish ways and come to me instead. Look upon my perfect body and see therein all that is pleasure and sensuality.
Elusive as the river, deceptive as a woman. A dwarf I may be, yet I am not fool enough to be caught in your net.
I think elusive as the river, deceptive as a woman is one of my favorite insults in this. Jackson says, Votan, Sigma grind set, yes.
I alone shall offer you my eternal gift of tenderness in the very bosom of my embrace. Come, drink peace, happiness, and oblivion from my breast.
Now, there is a way to screw this up, and that's to just click on her, and you could do this with any of them, and they will give you, well, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to show you. Say hello to evil Alperic, who's a simp.
Make my head spin. Can they be true?
Okay, then. We have angered the gods through our excessive simping. Now, we could do that, but instead we need to go back here and actually finish that last bit. I think we should be able to talk to her again. Yeah.
I alone shall offer you my eternal...
I have no taste for peace and happiness. And as for oblivion, my little fishy, you're already history.
Thor the Godly says woman. So yeah, if you screw up, you can at least get that finished and go back. So that's something at least. Now, there are a number of ways to die in this, so...
So you knew the noblest face of desire, choosing to patiently wait for the object or the being you most want, in the hope that it will offer itself to you as a gift, not snatching what you think is rightfully yours.
I think it is mistrust, maybe? Or disgust, maybe?
And what has desire given me so far? Merely mockery, scorn, and a bitter taste in my mouth. I thus take my leave, light-hearted, abandoning desire to fools, so that I can pursue higher ambitions.
Now, you might think that's going to kill you, and maybe if you were to screw up on that bit there, the little test that she gave us, but since we didn't, we're going to avoid dying to those floating hands by talking to her and giving her the...
That which my sister has given you of her own free will, I would ask you now to share with me.
There we go.
You see, stranger, your oath of trust has protected you during the first steps of your journey. Now my own oath shall protect you for the next stage. But remember, an oath is not a gift.
Okay, then. Now, we do need the diving helmet, or otherwise we will die here.
You have returned without having been asked to do so. Therefore, keep that which was never mine, as you have proved yourself worthy of.
Siege says he's quite a chonker handing out candy to the ladies. Thor the Godly says Bluba. Alright, so which key is it? Mistrust, I think.
Trust? Huh. Trust is the weak man's favorite excuse. I am a conqueror, not a beggar of human charity.
We once again need to use. You can actually see him turning. That's a neat little feature for a game from this year. I'll give him that. What we need to use is brutality yet again.
A generous heart beats within your chest. The reward I gave you, you now kindly offer to me as a gift. You must therefore be rewarded once again.
Generosity leaves a man naked and freezing. I choose to be rich and warm, a condition which better suits my royal nature.
Alright, we are getting close to beating this first chapter, and then we'll be able to beat the second chapter, which is much shorter. It can be beaten in... You can basically speedrun chapter 2 very easily.
I need water. I need the Rhine. With gratitude. And to prove my love for you, I feel obliged to tell you this. On their way down, I can open up the doors which you have locked shut. But upon your return, you will find them closed again. I now know what this gold means to you, and cannot ask you to make such a sacrifice. And so you have saved me, even though you knew the price you would have to pay. You shall be allowed to go back up. But I beg of you, do not turn your back on love. Do not close the final door. If you heed my words, another gift, an even greater power, shall be yours.
All right. We're now back here. I'm going to go ahead and save because there is a way to get a game over on this. And I might as well... There we are. Show you that cutscene as well, just in case anyone was curious. So we can choose not to close this particular door. If we do, we get the game over. So I might as well show how that works. Use the diving helmet because otherwise you'll die here. The end. You've not fully renounced love. You have failed. How dare you not fully renounce love? Okay, let's try that again. Indifference.
Well, on this point I must agree. Sacrifice is indeed a noble thing. In fact, without a moment's regret, I would sacrifice all those who stand in my way.
At least he's honest about it. Alright, so let's go back here. And we'll be able to finish the rest of this chapter easily. Like I said, I think we haven't been out of this here. Thor the Godly says no magic gold for simps. Indeed. I think this calls for me to switch discs. Yes, it does. Alright, so swapping out the discs, we will see how this goes. And hopefully we should be back to do chapter 2, and then we'll be able to do chapter... Yeah, chapter 2, like I said, will be very quick and easy to do. There's that one cutscene that lasts very, very, very long, but it is skippable. In fact, we don't even have to see it in the first place, period.
Well, here is the gold, you walking disaster. It wasn't that difficult. Now, open your ears and gather your few remaining wits about you. You must forge a ring and a crown in accordance with my precise instructions. The world is mine. The Nibelungens, my slaves!
And now, once again, we use our trusty glug to get us to where we need to be. This is the thing about games from the late 90s. Even the ones that weren't really good could still be entertaining just because of just how batshit they could be sometimes. Alright, now we just have to activate this and... use Lugga's Tear. Now, we need to activate these, or else we will die and we'll cause a massive explosion and die that way if we don't get the pressure released. So we need to take care of that right now. That should be everything we need.
What have you learned, my son?
I have learned that desire is a cruel mistress. I've seen a man renounce love for gold.
And why did he so desire this gold?
To take power, enslave his people, and force them to go and find even more gold for him.
Know, my son, that this is not far removed from that which caused the downfall of mankind. At the dawn of the 21st century, the 9 forms of intelligent life in the universe came into contact with each other. This was to be the second great upheaval in human history. Greed very soon held sway over curiosity, and a war like no other began. They fought for power, riches, and space, which was nevertheless infinite. Soon the 4 most powerful warmongers formed a deadly alliance. Humans were on the defeated side. Do not think, however, that they were innocent victims. They too had sacrificed love for that cruel mistress, greed.
Images come back to me as I listen to you. I have already learned all that. But tell me, Mother, you said that this was the second great upheaval. What was the first?
The humankind's golden age.
I do not know which period you speak of.
Of course not, for this time has not yet come to pass.
Alright, let's see what we got in this. I think this is going to be either more Alberic or Loga here. Okay, this is more of Alberic's line. So we'll go back, and this one here should be Loki here, so... Yep, we need disc 4. Okay. And disc 4 is inserted. So we'll be able to see this cutscene as well now. So yeah, this game is... I think we've only been at it for just under an hour from the looks of it. I can't believe it's already been an hour. This game, the first chapter, that's only because I'm not speeding through the first chapter. I'm actually going through everything on that. So. Second chapter, though, is way shorter. Yeah, this cutscene does not playing very well either, and will often mute, so that is a problem. But it is a shorter cutscene, and so that's where the problem kind of goes down, so...
We have completed Valhalla. We have more than proved our devotion. And you have more than abused our patience. We shall not leave without taking what is rightfully ours.
The price you are asking is ill-considered. Freya, sweet Freya. Freya with her generous hands, to whom we return each day in search of our immortality. I cannot abandon her.
How dare you break your oath! You were the first of all the gods not to keep his word. Freya was promised to us. Freya belongs to us. As you only seem to reward us with mere disdain, mortal and treacherous god. Would that our colossal masterpiece bury you beneath its rubble. We shall keep Freya.
The gold, Wotan. The gold may be our only salvation. Alberic has stolen it and forged the ring. I have learned that since then, he has been hoarding countless riches in the gloom of Nibelheim.
Your labor has been immense. Your rewards shall be infinite. I am not offering you gold, but rather its inexhaustible source. You must accept this price.
We have learned to mistrust you, Wotan. When we see the gold, and if it is as inexhaustible as you say, then we shall return Freya to you.
Okay, then.
Logger, my loyal advisor, return to Nibelheim. Seize gold and ring from the dwarf's filthy hands. Once again, I shall oppose the giants. You go down into the mine and take care of that rat.
Hook! Who goes there? The mine is closed, so no visitors are allowed down here. No entry, that's right, no entry. So don't you come any further. So I am, at the moment, working on something that is very, very precious. So I'm about to retreat and come back in, let's say, 3 years.
Have no fear. My mission here is elementary.
I might as well skip this
I wish to meet with
because,
Alba.
The master? Oh, very busy. Impossible. Can't see you. And, what is it you want from the master?
I've come a long way to see you. The mine's reputation travels much further than the din it makes.
Is that so? We're famous. Far away. And you're some kind of bard, right?
maybe I won't skip this, I don't know.
The costume. Yeah. The master, now he cannot be disturbed. No way. But I could try to explain to you. Now, did you know that all this is thanks to him? Now, he's a grand sorcerer. Well, he's not terrifyingly good, you know what I mean? He's terrifyingly good. He got everything up and running again here. Sure, he's putting everyone in an early grave in the process, but production, that's right, production is letting...
Apparently we are having some technical issues. Alright, let's see. Is it back up again? Oh, it is. Oh, and just I was actually about to fix the issue. Whoops. So, yeah, apparently there was... went ahead and skipped the cutscene there, so, or what was left of it, so we don't have to worry about that. So, we'll go ahead and load up. We're in here. And we might as well see what's in this area. Basically, there's a dude here we can talk to for a really lengthy cutscene that's going to tell us stuff that...
So, finally, you've come.
I think...
Poor.
Liar.
It won't...
I'll go ahead and skip this, because it is insanity, and... But we will put him out of his misery by setting him on fire. You know, in this game rated for ages 3 and up in the UK. But this bit it's going to be much shorter as far as the chapters are concerned, because all we have to do is head over to where this is, and there we go.
My dwarfs! My Nibelungen! He's killed my dwarfs! It can't be! All my dwarfs! All my little dwarfs! Oh, what am I supposed to do now? Mister, I kill everyone and it doesn't stop me from having a blast! What am I going to do without the dwarfs? One little dwarf, just a small one! Oh, God, they're all small, alright! A teeny tiny one! Oh, my kingdom for a dwarf!
Alright, we will save here because we can do the... Well, technically we can... Oh, wait. I already fixed that. Never mind. Well, I can... Loga can die the exact same way as Alberic here by smacking into the wall comically, but... Instead, let's just do this. Set that on fire so we don't have to worry about that. We'll need these. There we go. Now we can go ahead and get the final part of this taken care of. Go all the way over here, get to that. Then we'll be able to take the tier back, which we need. And there we go. I might as well save because I know there might be a way to screw up the next bit, so I figured why not? Because we kind of get something of a... I don't know how best to... I guess this could be the game's attempt at a boss battle or something, but... Okay, so I have the tier, I have this, what am I missing? The cage.
Well, well, well. Wotan has sent me his cherished mutt. Will you bark for me and chase your tail? No, the Ancient One has sent you to snap at my heels. You don't scare me. My power is great. Run back to your master. Back to your kennel. There is no lack of people to enslave. The groveling newts are already mine.
Wotan has sent me to take the egg, crown, and ring from you. Or else...
Is that all?
Or else destroy you.
Ooh, and they call me a dictator. Let's face facts, mongrel. Yes, Wotan is a god, the god of gods even. But you see, I'm the dwarf of dwarves. The biggest of the smallest, and by far the most vicious, brutal, cruel, sadistic, and dangerous creature under 5 feet tall that you've ever had the displeasure of meeting. So save your threats for the stupid, hairy barbarians of the plains, and go and get yourself doused somewhere else. Now tell me, what's the difference between gods and monsters when both kill to achieve their goals? Go away, slave. I have more respect for wolves than for you and those you serve. Wolves kill out of necessity, and all they have to obey is the changing seasons. You are a very poor predator.
You're mistaken, Alberic. We are not predators, and our actions do not fit your reasoning. Wotan kills in the name of order. You kill in the name of I act in the name of Loga and only pay homage to my own whim. As for freedom, know that
Well, this I find rather amusing. But having to listen to your insipid little tales and boring claptrap is an ordeal that far exceeds the bounds of my patience. Learn this from me. The elements, however immutable, know terror also. I call on the insidious arrow with its coat of lies, the poisonous slitherer ringed with all the cunning and ignominy in the world.
A snake. I need a centaur.
may the ancient power and spirit come with the evening storms in a gallop of sparks. May the savage pride and fearful revolt of the ancients of this world come hither. Beginning and end, and flight ablaze, and its shimmering shower, and the sovereign grace of eternal life.
There we go.
Thrice you have won. But do not forget, the time you gained today over the forces I have awoken is nothing more than a mere delay. My life, deceitful mercy. Take my life, but leave me the ring. It is I who stole the gold. It is I who chose the irreparable to forge it. I warn you, this crime I have committed freely and have paid for with my own soul. But if you take the ring to your master, it will fly in the face of all you attempt, of all that was and is and shall be. This ring belongs to me.
Belongs to you, poor little tyrant. Go ask the Rhine maidens if they were so keen to give you the gold. You have lost. Alberic, stop your whimpering and give thanks that you are free.
Free, am I? Well, let me offer my first homage to freedom to you and the treacherous breed you serve. I invoke curses to obtain this ring, and now, in turn, I curse it too. May it bring death to he who wears it. May all lust after it, and may he who wears it know nothing but pain and anxiety. May the master of the ring become its slave for all eternity. May he live in the unremitting grip of fear, and doomed to death, may he suffer the agony of unfulfilled desires until I have in my hand again that which was taken from me. So beware, beware the ring, my curse will draw you in.
Insert disc 1. Okay. We got that finally done. Now we'll soon be able to finish off what's left and
Votan, you old usurper. Are you attempting to dupe us again? Your little egg doesn't work, and neither will we.
Logger, start this machine up again.
alright, let's go ahead and start the machine. So yeah, for those who don't know, Mandy had some issues with this one, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, these... Okay, so this one's summer, this one's summer, this one's summer. So... These are winter here. Okay. So, fall and winter are covered. And then we can get summer and spring together. What am I doing? I'm getting it backwards. There's spring done. Alright, let's try this and see if this helps. Think if I instead get it like this. So I have got that backwards is what I've got. That's lovely. Okay, let's try that again. I know Mandy had issues with this. I don't recall having that many issues myself with this, but we will see. I know I got one of them done, so that's the good news. Got it backwards again, that's the problem. At least I got that one. Okay, so we got that down. Perfect. That one's down too. Alright, so we just got 2 of these left. So this fall and summer. I know Mandy struggled a lot more than I have so far on this, but it's still... There we go. Boom! We got it. From what I understand, Mandy struggled for about half an hour on that one little puzzle. So this one is fairly simple. 365 days in a year. Should clear it, because that's what this is. Boom. Now we will combine the ring with the crown. And now it works.
Stop, Logger. This ring is dangerous and sacred. In my hands alone will it be safe.
Can your divine intelligence come up with another suggestion for saving Freya? No? That is what seals the ring's fate.
No pact, no promises. I would not give the ring to them for anything on this earth.
Yes, Votan. You must give it up. Flee from the curse. The ring will be your downfall. Listen, only extreme danger could have brought me to you today. Everything that is coming to an end. It is a dark day that ushers in the twilight of the gods. I shall warn you only once. Leave the ring.
Votan?
So be it! Giants, take this cursed ring. You do not know what you are subjecting yourselves to.
It is good, Votan. We are satisfied. Unlike some, we keep our word. Freya is free, and so we will take our leave.
Wait, not so fast. What gives you the right to leave with the egg and the ring?
I negotiated for it, Basalt. If it had been up to you, we'd still be screaming and threatening. I shall keep what I have earned by right.
Yeah, this one also, the cutscene likes to do that as well, so... Like I said, it's not perfect, unfortunately. But I have a feeling, but like I said, once you play it a second time, or if you do want to play it a second time, the issue gets fixed, so... Alright, now we get to play this little bit, which this is, for me, the one I had the most trouble with. Part of it is because the music here doesn't necessarily play all the time, which is kind of a big problem when you need... Alright. So this bit, we have to play this little game. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 14. We got it. There we go. So yeah, it's very easy to screw that up because apparently you're supposed to be listening to the music, and like I said, the first time I played, it bugged out so I couldn't actually hear the music in the background. So I think that's what the combination was, and it was correct.
What have you learned, my son?
I have seen the folly of powerful men. I have seen a tyrant hide behind laws he had himself written, endlessly twisting and bending them in his hunger for power.
Wotan has stolen from a thief. Is that not excusable?
No. Wotan did not steal to right a wrong. He needed the treasure to pay for his palace. A monument built in honor of his own kind. The blood, sweat, and tears of a people paid the price for such egotism. I see nothing just in this gesture.
When the four divided the universe between them, they also laid down their laws. Each of their peoples was able to prosper within these new frontiers. Exchanges between the territories were limited to science and trade. The 5 slave races then began paying for the opulence of this new order with their lives. The 4 made themselves immortal and concentrated on throwing their own nations into a state of materialistic and passive beatitude.
And the men?
Slaves. The mine, space exploration. A little like the Nibelungen.
We didn't fight?
No. You negotiated.
Alright, let's go ahead and save, and that's going to be a good time to go ahead and call it because, well, I was planning on only doing the first 2 stories anyway, so that is where we are. We've just finished the first 2 stories. I might go back and finish the other 2. I know I've already beaten part 3 before, so it's not, that one's not that difficult, but I understand part 4 can be tricky, or at least has a lot of steps to it, so I do want to go through that on my own before jumping headlong into that. But yeah, I think now's a good time to go ahead and call it. Unfortunately, I know I was having connection issues the whole time through, so hopefully this stream will at least have been watchable. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to call it. So yeah, in any case, yeah, this has been Ace. I hope you've enjoyed watching me play Ring, the Legend of the Nibelungen, as much as I've enjoyed playing it. Funny saying that. I know the game is pretty crazy and not exactly the highest quality, but it is at least entertaining to watch some of the absurdity unfold, in my opinion, anyways. So, yeah, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Until then, take care.